What if I told you that the world's most successful brand wasn't born in a garage in California? It was born 2,000 years ago, on the banks of the Nile. We look at Steve Jobs as the ultimate genius of marketing. We look at the Apple logo as the ultimate symbol of status. Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt. Today, we are diving into a mind-blowing comparison. Why Cleopatra wasn't just a queen, but the first CEO of a global empire. Strategies are exactly what Apple uses today to keep you in their ecosystem.
Today, we are introducing three revolutionary products. The first one is a wide ride tripod with touch controls. The third is a breakthrough internet communicator.
Every September, the world stops for the Apple event. It's a masterclass in the experience, but it pales in comparison to the summer of 41 BC. When Cleopatra set out to meet Mark Antony, she didn't just show up, she staged the most expensive launch event in history. Imagine a ship with a golden stern, purple silk sails, and silver oars moving to the rhythm of flutes. Cleopatra herself reclined under a canopy of gold, dressed as the goddess Aphrodite. She understood what modern Apple understands. People don't buy products, they buy feelings. Antony wasn't just meeting a queen, he was experiencing a brand. She controlled the light, the smell of incense, and the music. This was the first iJustine unboxing, but on a scale of a superpower. She created the hype that lasted for centuries. Apple isn't just a tech company. It's a religion. People wait in lines for days just to be part of the tribe. Cleopatra did this first. She didn't just call herself a ruler, she rebranded herself as the living reincarnation of the goddess Isis. Think about it. In a world without social media, her face was on every coin, the original profile picture. She created a premium image. She dissolved a pearl in vinegar just to show she could afford to destroy a fortune in one sip. This is the ultimate flex. It's the 2,000-year-old version of buying a $10,000 gold Apple Watch. It's not about utility, it's about signaling your place in the hierarchy. And for our audience in the US and UK watching this, think about why you chose your current phone. Was it the specs? Or was it the myth of the brand? The walled garden, that's how tech experts describe Apple's ecosystem. Once you're in, it's impossible to leave. Your photos, your messages, your life is locked in iCloud. Cleopatra built the first political, walled garden. She didn't just make alliances, she made dependencies. By controlling the world's grain supply and the most strategic port in Alexandria, she made it so that Rome could not survive without her. Julius Caesar and Mark Antony didn't just fall in love with her, they became subscribers to her power. She offered them a service they couldn't get anywhere else: wealth, legacy, and divine status. She wasn't just playing the Game of Thrones, she was the platform owner. And on her platform, she made the rules. design is the silent language of power. Steve Jobs was obsessed with fonts and the curve of a glass. Cleopatra was obsessed with the architecture of her capital. Alexandria was the Silicon Valley of the ancient world. The lighthouse, the great library, these weren't just buildings. They were Apple stores of knowledge and light. Cleopatra understood that if your product, which was Egypt, looks superior, people will treat it as superior. She used aesthetics to intimidate and fascinate. Even her death was a choreographed design choice, the serpent, the pose, the finality. She controlled her narrative until the very last second. That is the ultimate goal of any PR department at a trillion-dollar company. So, is Apple the new Egypt? Or was Cleopatra the first tech mogul without the technology? One thing is for sure. The tools change, but the human brain stays the same. We still crave status, we still follow icons, and we still want to be part of a divine brand. Cleopatra lost her life, but 2,000 years later, we are still talking about her. That is the ultimate market share. What do you think? If Cleopatra was alive today, would she be running Apple, or would she have started something even bigger? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through time, hit that subscribe button. We have more Timex experiments coming your way.